Welcome to Sky Life, everybody. I come to you today really in disgust. As you saw the title, I'm on here today to talk about the Lil Dede situation with him being violated. And it was so weird because I was sleeping and then I woke up and I got a notification on my phone and it was Hassan Campbell and he was talking about he was about to do a live on the Lil Dede situation. And I saw the title that he had, and it said something like Lil Dirks crew member Lil Dede violated. And I'm like, well, hold on now, because they talking about my city. So what did I miss? So I watched his live, and shout out to Hassan Campbell. I like his work. Real cool dude out of New York. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him. Anywho, I started watching his live, and he was talking about what happened. And I'm thinking in my mind, no way, no way, no way. He was saying, talking about how somebody cut all his dreads off and just violated. So I go on my phone and I'm like, let me look this up. So I pick my phone up and I start Googling it and trying to find the video. Came across the video and clicked the button. And the whole time I'm watching the video, my face is just like, ugh, ugh. And just the ugliest face ever. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, there's no way that this happened. Like somebody did this boy like that. Unbelievable. I mean, and let me tell y'all, it takes a lot to shock me. Okay. I come from a city where a whole bunch of stuff has happened. And everything is unfortunately comes to be normal after you've seen it so many times. But I looked at that video and I'm like, now to hear about it, because we hear about things that happen all the time. Always so many stories that, we hear about ratchet things and grimy things happening all the time. But to see the video, I looked at the video and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so sad for him. That's just horrible for somebody to do that to somebody. So I'm not sure if everybody's aware either. I might have to kind of like set it up and show you guys some videos. I pulled up a couple of clips. Hopefully I'm able to play it for you. But basically, Chiraq is a term that's used to describe Chicago, and it's been created about at least 10 years ago, I would say. They came up with the term Chiraq. It's actually a section of Chicago called Englewood, and that's actually one of, if not the most dangerous city on the south side of Chicago. It's got to be ranked at the top, but it's very dangerous in Englewood, and it's a huge neighborhood, and there's so much that goes on in that neighborhood. I mean, anything you could think of, it happens in Englewood. They also, in Englewood, they have, if not the most, they have a high population of what they call it, child predators, sexual offenders is what I should say, in Englewood. So it's a very ill population and it's very violent in that population. So hence, there's a group of guys that created this term called Chiraq because it's a lot of murders in that area as well. So if you could remember back, it started when um, Chief Keef came out with a video, and I'm gonna see if I can play that for you right now. Um, Let me try and share my screens. And let me say also my disclaimer, I do not own the rights to these videos or this music. I'm also going to exercise my right to fair use to show these videos and comment on them. Let's see. This is Chief Keef's video, 300. And this came out, I believe, back in all this stuff. Oh, yeah, 2012. Oh, wait. Hold on. I messed it up, y'all. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I'm new to this, sharing this video. Where's the video? Okay, here it is. Share audio. Share. Here we go.
I'm coolin' with my youngest, and while we smoke 100, but nigga, I'm 300. Click, clack, pow, now he running. Don't be fucking with my youngest. Them niggas be drumming. They take your ass down. Shit, we need them bricks or something. Keep this shit 100. I keep this shit 300. I pull up in that Audi. You pull up in that Harley.
Okay, so that was Chief Keef's video. And Chief Keef is a member of the BDs, okay, in Chicago. Chicago was basically infested with gangs. And these guys are, within the last 20 years, the structure of gangs have changed, I would say, in the last 20 years. But he was, in all content is alleged, he was a member of the Gangster Disciples. No, BD. The BDs, the Black Disciples. And he was in uh um what's this opposition with this guy named Lil JoJo. I don't know if you guys remember that, but this was also around 2012 as well. So let me play Lil JoJo. Now Lil JoJo is actually, he's a Gangster Disciple, and he made a video um to kind of taunt Chief Keef and his group. All of this is within the Chiraq movement in this group of under Chiraq. Okay. So let me play Lil JoJo's video. Just to give you guys a better understanding on what's happening. So this is Lil JoJo's video. Let me take this. Let me take this off. Okay, here we go. This is Lil JoJo with his BDK video. 300K.
These niggas claim 300, but we BDK. We on the block, damn that every day. Posted with them 30 fucking tray. Yo, bitch, all on me, all up in my face. I told that bitch, get back, I need some fucking space. You ain't with the shit, so stop the fucking flexing. Fuck, trying to wife a bitch, they out here stretching. Dirks say fuck Rich Squad, so I can't wait to catch him. Squeeze this fucking 40, now they got him on the stretcher. Brick Squad, D block, bitch, we hella reckless.
Okay, if you listen to the song, he was calling out Lil Dirk. And for everybody who doesn't understand BDK, he is saying Black Disciple Killer. He was allegedly a member of the Gangster Disciples gang. All of these guys are from Englewood, and they have beef. So Little JoJo made that video in response to Chief Keith's video, and after that, I'm gonna show you this video with Lil Reese. They got into it with Little Reese. Let me show you this real quick. They were driving in the car, basically yelling out the window, gang banging. This is him pulling up on Lil Reese. Okay, so that was Little JoJo, and they were riding past in the car, screaming out the window, yelling, get basically gang banging and taunting Lil Reese. But unfortunately, after that, they killed Lil JoJo. This is a little picture of Lil JoJo in the casket. He was a cute little boy. He was 18 years old, but they killed him. This is, let's see. Let me try to share this so you can see this. Uh-oh, did you all see him in the casket? Let's see. Okay, Lil JoJo. Okay, this is a picture of Lil JoJo. They killed him. Also in Englewood, they say he was riding on the back of somebody's bike, and they pulled up in the car and shot him. Handsome young man. He was 18 years old. So after that happened, of course, the gang wars continued, and it has never stopped. So also in this clique, you have Lil Dirk. Let's see, can I find a picture of Lil Dirk? Lil Dirk is also a member of OTF. OTF, if everybody doesn't know, stands for Only the Family. That's also Little Dirk's, the name of his music label that he created, OTF. So that's why you might hear OTF, Lil Dede, OTF, Lil Dirk. That's where that comes from. So here, I showed you all that. Basically, the breakdown of the story. Little Dirk's artist, and I'm just gonna show this. I'm not gonna show the whole. Little Dirk's artist, his name is Lil Dede. Allegedly, um, he was lured into a hotel by a young woman. And once he was in the hotel, some guys came in, they said at gunpoint, and then they made him get on his knees. If you all watch the video, you all can see that he has no underwear on. His private parts are showing, and he is on his knees. And these guys are cutting off his dreadlocks one by one, telling him that he has to take these dreadlocks home with him. And I know people that grow dreads, they are serious about their dreads because they've been growing them for years. For I know he was just, I don't even understand what his mindset was while he was going through this whole thing. They're cutting off his dreads one by one, handing it to him, and they're like, "Take it home, take it home." And then after they cut his dreads off, they make this guy do oral sex on this girl's, basically eat this girl out from the back. And they're stating that this girl is on her period. So it's blood on his face. So I don't know if the blood is from them hitting him or what the blood is from, but they're trying to say that this girl was on her menstrual cycle and they made him eat her out from the back. And they're telling him in the video, like, spread her cheeks open, just degrading him, just doing him like a dog. Just doing him like a dog. I just can't even believe that they would do something like that. I mean, I could believe it, but come on. We hear about stories all the time. We hear about a lot of violent acts that are going on. And back in the day, you hear about people throwing bombs in people's houses and bombs in people's cars. And I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It was one story where it was a long time ago, real long time ago, when I was probably a teen. There was a story where these guys, because back in the day, I don't know if you all know, but it's a certain drink that you could use to make a bomb out of it. And I'm not about to tell you what it is because I don't want them saying that she on there telling people how to make bombs on the video. But there's a certain drink that you can use to make a bomb out of it. So they would use that, put a sock in it, and throw it through people's. We got in Chicago, people have big picture windows in a house, a big front picture window. Then you might have some small side windows, but they'll throw a bomb through your window. They'll throw it through your car. But in one situation, they threw a bomb through the window in the front, knowing that everybody in the house was gonna run out the back. Do you know that these dudes in the back of the house with assault rifles and guns, and they executed everybody that ran out that back door? We talking about grandma, kids, everybody that ran out that back door, they died that day. Okay. And that's what you call, they saying that was basically they got green lighted, so they put a hit on that family. And that's what people have to understand too, with this just gang violence and this drug violence and all that. We think it's cute, but if they can't get you, these guys will kill your family. They'll kill your girlfriend. It really doesn't matter. It's real serious out here. So they did that to OTF Dede. They said that Lil Dirk responded on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull that up for you so you can see that. See his statement. Lil Dirk responds. Dirkio at Lil Dirk. That's his Twitter. He said the internet is a new version of the streets, just more snitching. That was Lil Dirk's response. And this was yesterday, 6:55 p.m., January 17th. So after all this happened, I heard allegedly that the young girl was killed. She's dead. I mean, once you all watch the video, you can Google it. It's also on World Star, but you can Google it and put in Lil Dede Violated, and the videos will pop up. I refuse to play that. And then they also said that the girl was either 16 or 17 years old. I'm definitely not playing that because that's actually, instantly child pornography. So let me see, can I pull this up for you guys? 17. Oh wait, go back. You should let me continue sharing the screen. Shouldn't have to keep going back on this. Here we go. 17-year-old girl killed in Englewood, but once we get into video, you're gonna see that it says 16. So the story is still developing. Let's see.
Slow the pace of shootings in our city tonight. This girl was hit multiple times. One of at least 5 children shot on the south and west sides of Chicago in the past 24 hours. Here's the scene, the 6700 block of South Parnell in Englewood, a vacant lot. This is at a very early stage, so the information here is pretty preliminary, but police say the girl was standing in that lot around 6:30 tonight when a car pulled up. 3 males got out, and one of them opened fire. She was hit 2 or 3 times, including a gunshot wound to the head. The gunman got away. It's the second shooting of a child in Englewood today. This morning, it was a 14-year-old boy wounded in a drive-by just after 9 a.m. as he walked along West 69th Street. He also wound up at Comer with a gunshot wound to the leg. No one is in custody.
Enough is enough.
And of course, last night it was 5 people shot, including 3 children at this West Side barber shop. The kids are 11, 12, and 16 years old. The 12-year-old recovering after surgery right now for 3 bullet wounds. In this one, too, the gunmen are still at large. And in tonight's shooting, afterwards, the 3 assailants jumped back in their car and fled. A silver sedan, we're being told, is the suspect vehicle. They are still at large. The victim's identity not yet released. Police still working on that, notifying family members. Area South detectives investigating right now. Live at Comer Children's Hospital, Tom Negevin, WGN News.
All right, Tom.
So there's the story for that. Allegedly, let's see. Let me move from stream. No, I don't want to move it. Go back to the tab and oh, it's got the video up there. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. So stop saving it. Oop. Okay, here we go. Ah, go back. Quit tripping. Okay, here we go. So now we are going to back to this video to share it. Okay. So the girl is 17 years old, they're saying, and she was killed after multiple gunshots in the 6700 block of South Parnell in Englewood around 6:30 p.m. 3 males got out the car and 1 fired shots. Says she was hit in the head, neck, and back. They're saying her name is 17-year-old. I'm gonna call her, it seems like Shamari Crawford. And this is allegedly the girl that was with Lil Dede when he was violated. So we don't know. The story is still developing, and there's no telling if she was the girl or not. There's no telling. So they killed her. And of course, if anybody understands how gangs are in Chicago and the violence in Chicago, it's definitely going to be more bodies behind this. This just happened yesterday, or the day before yesterday. And it's definitely going to be more bodies. But I just don't understand, like, who came up with the plot? I mean, it's one thing to come in and to rob a person and kill a person, but to humiliate him like that. But that's, but we known for that. We do grimy stuff, and people in Chicago will humiliate you and let you live, and let you have to live that down. I mean, that's unfortunately that's normal for Chicago. So, but that just is just a new nasty. I don't know who came up with that. Like, who said, okay, we're gonna have the girl. How'd they know she was on her period? Some, it's just not adding up to me. Some is just not right. I just don't understand that. So And it's just sick. It's just sick minds. And I was actually looking on I was watching the video being Inspector Gadget. I looked in the top of the video and the JoJo. The the name of the guy that was recording the video, on IG, it pops up on the top of the screen. So I screenshot it and I was able to see the name of the guy who made the video. But when I went to the IG page, it came back to a private page. And I'm not about to click on that link, because, people don't really understand technology and he might be thinking he got away scot free. But if you all understand what Lil Dirks said, basically you upload stuff and you basically telling on yourself. So I think if I saw that name up there, I'm sure they did too. So, and the police did too, because when you upload something, all that stuff is on the network. All that stuff has IP addresses. It's tracked it from the time you upload it to the place that you upload it to. All that stuff is tracked. So, and then you put it on your IG account. The IG account has to be attached to a name. Even if you put in false information, it's going to be tracked back to you. So, I just wanted to talk about that situation because it kind of shocked me. I don't even know why I'm shocked, but it just seeing the video was just something new. That was just something new. And pray for my city, pray for Chicago because we are going through something that's you. I mean, when I played the video, did you hear the other crimes that were happening? 3 kids got shot in a barbershop. Another 14-year-old boy got shot and died. And you see the weather. The weather doesn't stop them regiments up there. I'm trying to let you know them colors will in Chicago, we 24 hours. We don't stop. If we own some, we own some from the time we get up to the time we go to sleep. Chicago doesn't sleep. If they out to get you, they gonna get you cold, freezing cold weather, snow on the ground, slippery, and you out here doing basically I'm not even calling a drive-by on old girl. They did a walk-up on her and killed her and pulled off. Probably, I don't even know. They might not even sped off. Probably just rolled off. But it's just amazing. People don't really understand what it's like in Chicago. You basically, Chicago is basically, it's a gangster city. And you have to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I don't know how you guys move, but for me, I want to keep at least 1 or 2 people in between me and my enemies. So I want to know exactly what they doing, what they saying about me, what they say. Tell me. Some people get their enemies and their oppositions and they cut them off. I'm not cutting my oppositions off. I'm not cutting my enemies off. I want to keep you close because I want to know at all times what you're doing and what you're saying about me and what you're plotting on me. Because if I got the opportunity to get the ups on you, then that's what it's going to be. But people, you just have to, Chicago is predator prey. Either you're going to be the predator or you're going to be the prey. And it's just as simple as that. And when I say predator to prey, either you're going to stand your ground, you're going to hold your own, and you're not going to let nobody take advantage of you. Because every day in Chicago, and we talking about all the way from the corporate level to the streets, somebody is out to get you. Okay? Somebody wants to flex their power and they want to get what you have, and it's by any means necessary. If they got to rob you to take it, they might even walk up and ask you for it. If they size you up and think you weak, they'll walk up and ask you for it. It's just it was so funny. I was talking to my cousin last week and sorry about that sniffling. I got bad sinuses, people. I'm working on it. Um, and he was like, I was in the club and I was ready to go. It was too many people in there and they was scuffing up my boots. So I just bought some brand new boots and they was scuffing up my boots. He was like, so I was ready to go. And y'all gotta understand, Chicago, you scuff up somebody's boots, they brand new Timbs or they Jordans or whatever they got on, that might be your last day. Okay? That's what I'm saying. This thing they did to Lil Dede, people have died for less, much less. much less. So that's how I know the repercussions from this and the clapback is gonna be it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something because just off of when I grew up, the way the games were, they were more structured, and these guys are at least 20 years after the structured games coming along. And right now, Chicago has cliques. And I mean, it's a long story. I might actually do a video and break it down for you. But once the projects got shut down, um, all the gangs were sent into the city with vouchers, and they were sent on to blocks where other gangs existed. And it's just a mess how it turned out. But I'll probably do a video on that so people can actually understand. But I don't know who did this to Lil Dede. I don't know if this was a gang retaliation. We don't know what this was. I'm assuming it's a gang retaliation because the guy on the video kept saying, "Yeah, this OTF Dede, he got caught slipping by B." And basically the girl on the video crying the whole time because the little girl knew she was dead either way. It was no way she was getting out of that because for the simple fact that they saying on the video that she set him up, but it doesn't matter when in Chicago. You guilty by association. You being there, you didn't stop it. You didn't tell him don't come. If you did make the call to send him over there, it's a wrap. Unpack your bags because it's over with. So it's just sad to see that. I hope he recovers. Um, I mean, and the Christians gonna say, "Oh, they need to turn the other cheek." No, it's gonna be clapped back, okay? And I can't even sit up here and say that it's not justified. I mean, he got to get his lick back. Somebody got to get his lick back for him. If he can't get his lick back, somebody got to get his lick back, people. I'm sorry, and I don't advocate violence, but man, if that was me, what would God do? I can't promise y'all that I would take the Christian route. I can't. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it, okay? So let's just pray for him, pray for our city. I'm sorry about the kinks in the video. I'm gonna work it out next time. But everybody, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not. Um, I'm trying to think. Oh, my IG. Let me put my IG information up. And Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook that much, but this is my IG information and my Facebook information if you want to follow me on IG and Facebook. But outside of that, everyone have a blessed evening and God bless. Pray for Chicago.